So for those people that watched my last video, you'd be aware that I got a new car, and I was a little bit sneaky in the last video and I didn't tell you guys exactly what I got. I just gave you a little peek. Well, here it is. This is the car. It's a 2000 model Toyota Landcruiser Prado. It's a 2.7 litre petrol and it's automatic. And I've started modifying it already, so I might take you through and show you the car and show you what I've done to it already, and maybe tell you what I'm going to be doing to it. So it's a bit of a work in progress. It's the new project. So got rid of the van. I'm getting into more four-wheel driving and camping out in the wild, and I needed a rig that would get me there. Unfortunately, the van wouldn't quite do it, but I think this might just do the trick. So this is the car, and like I said, it's a 2.7 litre petrol automatic, and these cars actually run the same engine as the Toyota Hilux, so they're pretty reliable, decent cars, 200,000 Ks on the clock. And like I said, I've already started modifying it. So some of the things that I've done, which you can see from the outside, I've put new wheels and tyres. I say new, I actually got them secondhand, but they're mud tyres on steel Sunraiser type wheels. So that just gives me a little bit more clearance because they're a bit bigger than standard, but it also gives me a lot more grip, because I did take this car out when I first got it with the standard wheels and tyres on it, and I noticed that very quickly it was losing traction in the mud and getting stuck just about everywhere. So I thought, first things I ought to do, wheels and tyres and a lift, which hasn't been lifted yet, but the lift is on the way in the mail. I've ordered it. I'm just going to put a 2-inch lift on it with Bilstein shocks and King springs, so hopefully that'll be here soon. So that's the wheels and tyres anyway, and it will be 2 inches higher soon. I've also got in the garage at the moment, which I haven't installed yet, a Snorkel, which is going to go right here. I've got a light bar up the top. I can't remember how long this one is. I think it's 40 something inch, but it's super bright. It's actually a decent brand as well. I think it's made by Peak Lighting or Peak something or other. So it's not just your standard eBay one. Roof rack. So I got the roof rack from 4-wheel drive Supercenter. It's a King's full length steel rack, and it mounts on the gutters. And I think it's supposed to be able to support like 500 kilos. I doubt I'll ever put anything close to that on it. I really just wanted something to mount stuff on and maybe put some gear up there that I didn't want to have in the car if it gets muddy or whatever. And then around this side, I've installed a 2.5 meter Darche awning. It's a Darche Eclipse is what it's called. And I was gonna go with one of the cheaper ones like the King's awning, but I thought I'd just pay the extra. I think it was probably about twice the price of a King's, but it just gets some better materials and stuff, makes it a bit more durable. So I went with that. I have installed a full Driveline breather kit for the rear diff, the gearbox transfer case, and the front diff, and that's actually inside the engine bay. I can show you what I've done there. Just pop this open. Might be able to do this one-handed. Let's see how we go. Alright, so you can see in the back there, that's the breather kit. I got that from Boss Suspension. It's just a 4-way breather kit. I'm actually going to plumb that in with the Snorkel once I've installed the Snorkel, but at the moment it's just sitting there open. I've got a little box that I'm going to box it in and then run it into the airbox when the Snorkel goes on the side. That just means I'm not going to get any water or crap in my Driveline, so I can go through some water without worrying too much about it. A lot of people don't realize that, but with the standard, if you've got a standard 4-wheel drive, they have what's called a wading depth, and for a lot of them it might only be like 50 centimeters or something like that. And wading depth is just how deep you can go before water becomes a problem. And for most standard vehicles, the wading depth is so low because under the back here, I don't know if you can see, I'll just zoom you in. So there's the differential in the middle there, that little bulge. and just on top of that normally is a little breather or a little one-way valve, and yeah, they don't do so well with water. The main problem is actually that one-way valve creates like a vacuum inside, and it sucks in crap through the seals and things like that. But yeah, that breather kit means that it's now able to equalize the pressure, and you won't have that problem. So what else have I done? Got the spare here, same tire, same wheel as the rest. A little shovel on the back there in case I get stuck, which I have been stuck already, like I said, with the standard tires. This is the back, nice and simple. I'm going with a pretty simple design. I've actually installed this drawer here, which I got from BCF. It's an XTM drawer. It's lockable, slides out. Got all my gear in there, all the essentials, tools and recovery gear and stuff like that. Which I used to have, up until I got the drawer, I used to have it all in here. But now I've got just sort of the softer stuff like tents and sleeping bags and stuff in there. And this is also removable, so that this whole side is kind of a temporary side. It's not fixed down, so if I want to carry a mountain bike or something, I can just take that out, put it on the roof or put it somewhere else, and put the seats down and put the bike in the back. I've also got a battery box which currently has a battery in it, which is charged, thankfully, 12.8 volts. The plan with this one, at the moment it's just sitting here, but eventually I'm going to buy a fridge which is going to be mounted on top of here, and then this battery box is going to go where one of the rear seats was. I'm going to make like a bracket to hold the battery, and then that way the battery can go straight into the fridge. And I'll have a fridge here, and then all my essentials in the drawer. Have all my sort of bulkier camping gear in here, and then I've also got recovery tracks just there, which I could put on the roof if I wanted, but they fit quite nicely there, so just keep them inside for now, saves them getting stolen. For anyone that doesn't know what recovery tracks are, it's just these plastic tracks that they've got sort of grippy knobs on them. When you get stuck in sand or deep mud or something and your wheels are just spinning, you can put these tracks under and it gives your wheels something to bite on. You can also use them for, you know, getting up stuff that you're getting stuck on, you know, put them like ramps and you can drive over them. Anyway, they're Maxtrax, they're made in Australia, which is nice. So that's the back, and like I said, planning on getting the fridge, moving the battery box, and eventually what I might do to power all of this is I might mount a solar panel up on the roof cage here and just have like a permanently mounted one, because at the moment I've got a like a portable solar panel which I can just sort of take out and fold out, and I can run it through the window. Actually, you can see just here, these windows just open up, and then it gives you sort of this side opening here, and I can just run my portable solar panel cable through there. That's the plan for now anyway. This is just sort of stage one. I'm waiting till I get a good deal on a fridge, because sometimes you get the Waco fridges at Aldi for like 500 bucks, and yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, but I think they've only just done it recently, so I might be waiting a while, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's it at the moment. Like I said, I'm planning on lifting it a bit. I've got a snorkel to go on it, and then the fridge and stuff, but other than that, it's kind of like stage one done on the new rig. Pretty excited. Loved the van. As you guys know, I've been doing that for a while. I lived in the van for a couple of years, and it was great, but I just wanted to get into some new adventures. I've had a four-wheel drive before, but you never saw it because it wasn't part of the channel. It was actually before I started the YouTube channel. I had a little Suzuki Vitara. That thing was so fun. Loved it, and I used to bring it out in the bush all the time and go on all sorts of adventures. And yeah, I just got to the point where I wanted to get out in the bush again and go in nature, and I did take the van on a couple of little trips like that, but you really can't take those things off-road. It's huge, it's heavy, it's two-wheel drive, it doesn't have much clearance. I want to get out there and see some things, so it'll be good because I'll be able to make videos for the channel in places that I couldn't have got to with the van, which is kind of exciting. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, then stay tuned. It is going to mean that the channel is going to change a little bit. It's not going to be so van orientated because we don't have a van anymore, but it is still going to be camping and adventures and things like that. And I might even change the channel name soon, because it's called Because I Van at the moment and we don't have a van anymore. I might change it to something a bit more appropriate, but I'm not sure yet. You guys can just stay with me on that one. It might change at some point, but I'll let you know. So let me know what you think, guys. It happened really quickly. Like I said, I think I was saying before that I wanted to make a video. I think it was in my last video I was talking about this. I wanted to make a video to let you guys know I was selling the van and give people an opportunity to buy it if they wanted to. And I was going to make like a last video sort of thing, but it all happened so quickly. I listed it. I thought it was going to take a month, maybe 2 months to sell, something like that. Within a few days I had a buyer, and within a week it was gone, you know, so I just didn't have the time to make a video. So here we are. A bit of a shock to some people, but it should be good. Anyway, that's it for the reveal, the tour of the new vehicle. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.